The Inquisitive Mamba, episode 51, championship weekend. Got my co-host alongside me, Max Adams.
Good to see you.
Our handshake is always great to see you as well. Bangers, Bengals-Chiefs, Niners, Eagles. The four best teams in the NFL are left, and I couldn't be more excited. And obviously, he's got a Bengals hat on. And these TikTok clips have been doing pretty well this week, and you've gotten a lot of heat about your Bengals, about that clip between Joe Burrow will never win an MVP. Nobody on the Bengals deserves or gets any respect, any recognition.
True story.
But there were some comments in there, obviously, that, defended you, and then there were some comments on the other hand where, like,
certainly did not defend
this guy's an idiot. But, there were some people in there that did go to your defense. So what are your thoughts on that those comment section?
Listen, the Bengals have been disrespected forever. We've been the underdogs even since we went to the Super Bowl last year. Everyone counted against us. So I've yet to see the media respect the Bengals until they get proven wrong. We make it to the NFC Championship, then they want to start sending their flowers. I'd like to keep that same respect throughout all year, and we don't see that for the Bengals ever. So until that changes, I will stand by my statement. Bengals players do not get the respect they deserve. No All-Pros this year.
Wow.
Sorry.
All right, so
That's how it is.
Bengals-Chiefs, I've never seen a spread -0, have you, in my life?
Certainly not. I don't know if there's ever been a 1 seed that's -0 at their home in a home game. That's pretty outrageous.
I think it's crazy, honestly. And Bengals players are calling Arrowhead. It used to be known as Arrowhead as
Burrowhead.
So what do you think of that?
I mean, he's 3-0 against Mahomes. I think 2 of those came in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So I don't like being cocky. Every time I think the Bengals are going to win, we get absolutely shafted. So I expect us to lose handily.
I love this trash talk between these players throughout the week. Obviously, Chiefs linebacker Willie Gay, he said he's unimpressed with the Bengals offense, and it really just goes to show you, a little bit of fire under their feet. I think it's going to make for a great game. So what's your prediction?
Chiefs 34, Bengals 31.
Wow, you're going that high score?
Yep.
Okay, so this is my first time picking the Bengals in a playoff game, actually probably in a long time, but I love the Bengals in this spot. I really think that ankle injury for Mahomes is a little more serious than they're making it out to be, and I like the Bengals to get this done 27-24 on the road. Burrow goes back to the Super Bowl this year.
Wasn't that the score of last year's game?
I think it was. I'm gonna double down on that. I'm going 27-24. Bengals win this game in close fashion. Evan McPherson kicks game-winning field goal, and that's what you have.
I'd love to see it.
I'm picking these guys right here.
I would love to see it.
I'm right. All right, so Niners, Eagles are arguably the 2 best teams in the NFL left. I mean, you can make a case for it, roster-wise, of course. With Eagles roster and the Niners roster, you can debate that if you'd like. But I mean, it's going to be a hell of a game in the Link on Sunday.
Oh my God, it's going to be ridiculous.
So Jalen Hurts versus Brock Purdy. These 2 quarterbacks obviously know each other very well because Iowa State and Oklahoma played each other in the Big 12 a couple years ago. And
2019.
Yeah. So fun fact: rookie quarterbacks in championship games are 0-4. Does that make you nervous as a Niners fan?
It's just a stat. I think you should be nervous regardless of the stat. He's still a rookie quarterback, and Jalen Hurts is an explosive quarterback. So
yeah, and Cowboys fans were coming to my comments, the comment section all throughout this week and saying, Niners played much better. But I thought Dallas did a great job on Brock Purdy throughout that game. And I mean, it could have obviously gone either way. The Dak 2 interceptions. I mean, that's a whole nother story. But
he sucks. That's what the story is.
Who do you like in this spot? I'll give you mine. You go.
Dude, you have to take the Eagles. I keep picking the favorites on this show, though. I keep picking the favits on the show, and I.
Yeah, but the Bengals they were favored in the beginning of the week. Now
I'll never pick the Bengals. But every other game I've picked the favorites, and I've had to eat my words. So I'm gonna take the Niners on this one.
I don't think
I like Brock Purdy a lot.
I don't think you can go wrong in either way. I mean, it's gonna have to end for one of these 2 teams, and then obviously one's got to go home. So I like the Eagles in this spot. I really think the Eagles are. I don't know if they're a better team, but I like the way they've been playing. Obviously, they only played the 1 game against the Giants. They handled them. I mean, is that really much to talk about? Not really. But I just like Jalen Hurts and the Eagles in this spot. I think they're just a little bit better, and that's where I'm going with. So I think that's it for the predictions.
Yeah.
So next up, we got a little bit of the NFL honors, obviously. Offensive Rookie of the Year. We talked about this, but this week NFL honors came out with the finalists for Rookie of the Year. Brock Purdy, Kenneth Walker, and Garrett Wilson. Give your offensive Rookie of the Year, and I'll give you mine.
I think last time we talked about this, I had Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
But I was not privy to the success that Kenneth Walker has had.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a regular season only award, so you can't give it to Brock Purdy. He played 5 games.
Yeah.
Right. Kenneth Walker is got to be the answer here.
I'm going to say I know Kenneth Walker's the favorite, but I really think Garrett Wilson should win this award. I mean, he really helped that Jets offense out throughout this season with, Mike White at quarterback, Flacco at quarterback, Zach Wilson at quarterback, and he still put up great numbers for a rookie.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think you got to give it to
I think you can go either way, but I would go Garrett Wilson just for what he put up number-wise throughout, this season with 3 different quarterbacks, obviously. So I'm going to take Garrett Wilson. I don't think you can go wrong either way in this spot, but Garrett Wilson's mine.
Fair.
So, okay.
I definitely, it's anybody but Brock Purdy. You cannot win an offensive Rookie of the Year with five play starts.
No. So, all right, NFL honors Coach of the Year.
We've talked about this too.
About this, but there's a couple more guys that came up that really could make a case. So I'll give you. You got Sirianni in Philly. You got Shanahan in San Francisco. You got Daboll in New York. You got Peterson in Jacksonville, and you got McDermott in Buffalo. Which that makes no sense. Sorry, Buffalo. You got sent home last week. Oh,
it's a regular season award. It's a regular season award.
But they were good last year. Why would it even be? Okay, anyway. Who's your Coach of the Year? Are you saying?
It's certainly not Doug Peterson. I mean, they did very good.
Really? Wow. He can make a case, dude. They went 9-8. They won.
They can make a
games
case, of
last
course
year.
they can. But it's not Doug Peterson.
Why is it not Doug Peterson?
They weren't strong. They were a fine team. They were a very good team.
The
but
Jags?
they were a good team, but they weren't outstanding.
They went 9-8. But we're going right. We're not saying we're saying improvement from the previous season. That's what I'm saying. From where they were last year to this year. I mean, he makes a strong case now that I think about it.
But I mean, you've got 2 guys on there that had a much better team. How good were the Eagles last year?
They were what? It's still 17-game season. I think they were 9-8. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know their exact
still
record,
think
but they made
think
the
you
wild
gotta
card
go,
against the Bucs
dude.
last
You
year.
got to go for the Niners, Shanahan.
Oh, dude, I hate that.
I know, but 3 different quarterbacks and taking a rookie quarterback, I know.
Dude, that drives me absolutely crazy. Daboll deserves that award.
I know you do. I know you think so too.
I really think that Brian Daboll deserves that award from.
Is he not the favorite?
No, Shanahan is.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, honestly, you know
I think
what?
it's
I would
Shanahan.
not be surprised. I would not be surprised if they gave it to Nick Sirianni. I really wouldn't be surprised, especially if they make the Super Bowl.
No, I think so. I like that too.
I wouldn't doubt it, and it would suck because he does not deserve it. Daboll or Shanahan deserves that award. If anything, for me, it's Daboll 1, Shanahan 2, and then Sirianni. But I mean, Doug Peterson's waiting in the wings somewhere. But dude, I mean, it's honestly a tough award in my book for this year because there's
certainly.
other years in the past there's been clear-cut winners where it's okay, that team's really good, they're gonna get it. But, so comeback player of the year: Saquon, Geno Smith, and McCaffrey. We talked about this.
I don't know if we talked about this on the pod, though.
We talked about this in the
person.
car.
Yeah.
Geno and McCaffrey were tied with Vegas's odds, but Saquon makes the case coming back from injury like that.
Yeah, Geno's my answer though. Saquon came back and returned to his capabilities.
Yeah.
Geno Smith surpassed his capabilities after not playing for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And had not only hit the best year of his career, a top 10 quarterback performance.
He led the NFC in completion percentage.
A top 10 quarterback in the season.
He had the most touchdown by a Seahawk in
recent history. Where Saquon returned to what we knew he could do, and so did Christian McCaffrey. Geno Smith came back and surpassed everyone's expectations by 100 miles. So that's why I give it to Geno Smith.
If we cross off Saquon Barkley and you narrow it down to McCaffrey and Geno Smith, you give it to Geno Smith?
Of course.
Yeah. I don't think McCaffrey deserves it. I honestly think it should be between Saquon and Geno. I mean, he was impressive this year. I mean, of course, but Saquon I think deserves it more than McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets hurt every year. Saquon came back from a major knee injury.
Yeah, no,
So,
I don't think either of them have a chance against Geno Smith.
Okay, MVP obviously. Your finalists are.
Yeah.
But I know, but I still want to talk about it. Mahomes, Burrow, Hurts, Allen, and Jefferson. It's cool to see Justin Jefferson as a finalist.
Finally,
which is really cool.
I mean, certainly he's not going to win. We know that.
Mahomes obviously.
Mahomes
is the
gonna
favorite,
win.
But I mean, Hurts does make a case, man. I mean, he did get hurt, but he still had great numbers.
Yeah, he had great numbers. I don't see how you can be the MVP not playing all the games, though.
All 17?
Yeah.
It's tough because, I mean, it's funny because so many people were, trash talking the Eagles, like, oh, Gardner Minshew's just fine for the Eagles, and then you see what they do without Hurts, and you see what they do with Hurts, and you see, obviously, I mean, he just fits that offense, perfectly.
Very well. It has to be Mahomes, though. I don't know how you bet against it.
Yeah, it's tough because Hurts would have won that MVP if he didn't get it.
You know who should win it?
Don't you dare say Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow should be the answer. Sorry. That's just the honest truth.
Okay, I think this is kind of a tougher one. Offensive Player of the Year. Tyreek Hill, Mahomes.
Oh, it's Jefferson.
Jefferson. Really?
Jefferson.
Really?
Tyreek Hill, maybe.
Yeah.
It's probably Tyreek Hill.
You got to give me one answer. I'm asking you. You got to give me an answer. Jefferson, Mahomes, Hurts, or Hill?
It's got to be Jefferson.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's Jefferson.
Wow.
He's so critical to that offense.
I think Tyreek Hill could make a case as well.
Of course he could make a case.
Yeah.
That's the reason he's nominated.
I would go Tyreek Hill. And
You'd go Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
I'll bet you a penny on it.
He's not. They're both not going to win Offensive Player of the Year. They're going to give it a Hurts or Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes might get both. He might clear the stage.
No, that's stupid. I don't like that.
Why
do they do that? It shouldn't. The Offensive Player of the Year should be a non-quarterback award, and the MVP should be a quarterback award. There shouldn't be an MVP at all. There should be best quarterback. There should be best offensive player. The MVP is a quarterback award.
Yeah, it is.
There's no reason to have
it.
It's a quarterback award. There should be QB of the year, and it's dumb. And Offensive Player of the Year.
So, like I said, I want to ask you this again. What do you make of the whole Burrowhead thing? What are your thoughts on it?
Dude, we talked about this.
Yeah, I know. I want to know though.
It's cocky. I never want to be cocky, but
I know
it's true so far. And how do you expect how do you expect Patrick Mahomes to go 0-4 against Joe Burrow? Someday he's gonna get his number, but like. But then again, when Mayer missed three extra points in a row, I was like, well, there's no way he could miss a fourth, and he did.
It got blocked, but yeah.
The fourth?
Yeah, it got blocked.
Either way.
Right.
But he missed two. There's no way he could miss three.
Right.
And he missed three. And he missed three, and I was like, there's no way he could miss four, and he missed four. So I'm the same way with Joe Burrow. We won two. I was like, well, there's no way we could beat him a third time, and we won.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said before the third game.
That was a hell of a game, though.
So when he beat him the third time, I was like, well, there's no way in hell we'll beat him the fourth, and I would love to be proven wrong.
Dude, the Bengals put on an absolute masterclass against the Bills last
I will
week.
give.
Say that, like, if you watch that game back and some highlights I saw, as well as some tape, dude, Lou Anarumo, that guy's a monster, man.
Who?
Bengals defensive coordinator. Dude, that D-line is legit, bro. Honestly, they really.
We were pressuring Josh Allen all day.
Dude. Like, oh my goodness. All right, do you think the Colts should trade for Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, is Aaron gonna? We've talked about this for years and years about Aaron Rodgers being traded places. What kind of package do you put together for somebody like Aaron Rodgers? We've seen the biggest trade package ever with Russell Wilson.
I saw it today.
Well, that's a rumor. I'm just saying.
No, I know, but like a trade that would make sense would be the two first, because that's what the Packers want, and they want Quinnen Williams. Like, if that would be like a mock type trade, you give up 2 firsts and an All-Pro D tackle. Quinnen Williams, that's a lot for Rodgers.
Yeah.
But the Broncos did it with Russell Wilson last year.
Yeah, and we saw how poorly that went.
Yeah. So
I mean, they also just traded for Matt Ryan, did they not? Or was he a free agent?
No, they traded for him.
So
they traded for him.
I just don't see what package makes sense that like your team gets better with Aaron Rodgers.
So okay, let's just say the Colts don't trade for him. Should the New York Jets trade for Rodgers?
Is he on the trade block?
He can be traded, yes. But I think this trade would make the most sense if you trade Rodgers to the Jets, because obviously he reunite with Nathaniel Hackett, who was his offensive coordinator in Green Bay. They have a pretty friendly offense, and I think he slides right in. And maybe you keep Zach Wilson, or he would probably be involved in the Packers trade, but that wouldn't make any sense because they already have Jordan Love, who I think they actually like. So, I mean, I don't know. If Rodgers gets traded, I mean, that obviously would be insane, but I think if he does get traded, he would go to the Jets. What do you think?
Rodgers to the Jets?
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't want anyone to go to the Jets.
Dude,
I don't want to see Rodgers on the Jets.
Why not? They got pieces. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, but I hate the Jets. I want to see Rodgers somewhere cool.
New York's a huge market.
Yeah, but Rodgers, that's not cool.
What team cool market do you want to see him go to? Like what other team? The Colts? No. Who do you want to see him go? The Raiders?
I don't really like
Vegas?
the Raiders.
Like what team?
I like the Niners.
They have Brock Purdy.
I'd like to see him go to the Niners.
No.
No. Tampa Bay.
No, there's only 112 in Tampa.
You know where he should go?
There's 112.
He should go to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, because that would make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
No, dude.
How about
Saints? They don't have any money.
What if he goes to CFL?
Yeah, totally.
He should go to the Texans.
No money. Yeah.
Dak Prescott trade straight up. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
No.
That's where he needs to go. He needs to make it America's team again.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers to the Cowboys. I'm calling it now. See you next year.
Do you think Bam Adebayo's an all-star?
I haven't watched a single Heat game this year, so yes.
We had this conversation in the car though about Bam and how
21 points a game?
He has 20.
I don't like him. I don't think he's a perennial talent.
He's one of the top, but he's
one of the top centers.
He's one of the top bigs in the East.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So
he's probably an all-star.
He definitely makes
He's certainly with 21 points a game.
Yeah, just right around there. I mean,
he's an all-star. Yes. Do I believe that he's the center you want to build your team around? No.
No, but
I think he's certainly an all-star.
But I think he's an all-star.
Yeah, for sure, dude. How often do centers score 21 points a game anymore?
I consider Bam a stretch 4, but they run him at the 5. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, but he's an all-star. I mean, I think you'd have to give
Oh, yes, he is an all-star. I mean, there is guaranteed to be he's an all-star.
I mean, I don't know if it's a lock, but in my book, he's an all-star. So back to
who else is in the East? Embiid.
Al Horford.
He's like 78 years old.
Robert Williams. He hasn't played enough games. Nick Claxton.
Shit.
Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. So I mean,
Jared Allen.
You
make a case for him.
You start going by team by
it's
team.
It's Bam has to be it. Joel Embiid is the only other center that's like.
That you think of Brook Lopez, he makes a case
and think about the Cavs. Like no Cav is gonna a questionable Cav is not gonna get the glory versus a Heat player.
No, absolutely not.
No.
All right, so back to the Bengals Chiefs real quick. Burrow says the Chiefs are the team to beat, but we're coming for them. Man, that's a bold. I mean, that's bold, I guess, in a way. I understand. I mean, they definitely are, but you're.
What do you mean? They're coming for us? Is that what you're saying?
No, he said Chiefs are the team to beat, but we're coming for them.
We're coming for them.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
The Bengals are coming for the Chiefs because
that's the whole point.
But I think the Bengals are the top dog because they're the reigning NFC champions. They won the AFC Championship last year. They're the best team in the AFC.
No, but they're the AFC. They're the number 1 seed though. That's what he's talking about.
Right, I know, but I'm saying the Bengals are still the best team in the AFC until they're beaten because they won last year. Until you're taken off your throne, you're considered the best team in the AFC. Is that a wrong statement?
It depends how you look at it, I guess.
How you look at it, the Bengals are technically the best team, maybe not technically or statistically by this season, but going off of last season, they have not been beaten.
I don't know. I don't care how you look at it. I like the Burrow's attitude that where we want to go out there and prove people wrong, which is true because everyone hates the Bengals. It's certified fact. No one likes the Bengals. We're gonna kill the Chiefs. We're gonna win the Super Bowl, and everyone's gonna forget about it the next day, and everyone's gonna say, "Oh, the Bengals are shit. Joe Burrow's shit." They do it every year.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Bengals, dude. We're cursed.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
No, Joe Burrow will never win an MVP with the Bengals.
Oh my
He'd have to win like 3 or 4 Super Bowls, and then people might turn it around. We'd have to go undefeated, and then Burrow might win an MVP.
Oh my gosh. I can't. I don't know. I mean, I think Burrow will win an MVP.
As soon as we started 0-2 this year, everyone wrote us off. We were done, and then no one forgot about it. It was like, oh, the Bengals aren't that good. They're not that good.
Now they're starting to get recognition, though.
Yeah, because there's only 4 teams to recognize, dude. It's not that hard to recognize one of 4 teams.
Which team has the best pass catching group left? Here we go. Chiefs, Kelsey, Schuster, Tony.
Oh my God,
Eagles,
dude, this is
AJ
not.
Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. Oh, man,
it's not even
tough.
close, dude. It's not even close.
And then the Niners, Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle.
It's not even close.
Don't you dare say what I think
It's
you're
not
gonna say.
even close.
Now, who is it?
It's the Bengals.
What?
It's not even close.
What are you talking about? It's not even close.
It's not even close.
What?
Dude, Samaje Perine is a better receiver than A.J. Brown.
Stop. Please. I'm going to stop in your tracks. I know.
Listen, our 5th best receiver is better than any of their 3rd best receivers.
Dude, what?
Yes.
Really?
Dude, who do they have? They have Devontae Smith. He's fine. Tyler Boyd outperforms Devontae Smith every year. He's our 3rd best receiver.
A.J. Brown?
Yes, he's very good. He's not better than Jamar Chase. Go head to head. Go head to head. Our wide receiver 1, better than everyone on there.
Okay.
Our wide receiver 2, definitely better than Juju Smith-Schuster. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's definitely better than. He's probably better than Ayuk. Ayuk is very good, but T's probably better. And then you look.
T's better than Ayuk.
Yeah. T's probably better than.
Yeah.
And then
That's
who else?
One, though.
And Juju, dude.
Yeah.
And Kadarius Toney, how many touchdowns has he scored in his career? Like 3?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, it's the Bengals, and it's not even close, dude. The one thing we don't have is a tight end, and Hayden Hurst is healthy again, and he balled out on last Sunday.
It's tough because they're saying pass catching group. I mean, McCaffrey should really be in this conversation. He's not technically a true receiver, but if you were to go, if it was McCaffrey instead of Ayuk, I would say the Niners.
I certainly wouldn't. Because we haven't even brushed Tyler Boyd yet. We haven't even talked about Tyler Boyd. He hasn't even had to be brought up. We've outperformed everyone without Tyler Boyd.
And Jamar?
Yeah, we've got Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst, Trent Irwin, my guy. At Samaje Perine, Joe Mixon. All of these are serious pass catchers, and they're just showing 3 guys.
Yeah, I mean, I really like your argument. I really do.
Look, who after those top 3 on it, you could put McCaffrey for the Niners.
Yeah.
But who is of note off of their top 3?
What do you mean as of note?
Like they're putting their top 3. They're showing them, right?
Yeah,
So we have Kittle, Ayuk, and who's that guy?
Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Kittle.
After that, they fall off dramatically.
McCaffrey.
Exactly. We go to Joe Mixon. We go to Hayden Hurst. We got to
I'm not
total core
of
the Bengals are there.
Definitely not disputing what you're saying.
Our top 3 receivers are better than any top 3 receivers in the league.
So you think the Bengals have the best receiving core?
Undisputed.
Wow, bold.
It's not even. It's undisputed.
No, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously, like the Eagles do make a case.
Who's their third receiver?
Well, I mean, they have Dallas Goedert technically is there.
No, who's their third receiver?
It's Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Quez Watkins. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah?
There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Quez Watkins?
He's just another receiver.
Sorry.
Damn, I mean, when you look at it, I mean, it's just it's a question that surfaced, you know?
Yeah, it's a question that surfaced, and I put it right back underwater.
Damn.
It's not even close.
So the Bengals, I mean, you are really confident in the Bengals, man.
I mean, still think we're going to lose, but we have the best.
Confident.
We're going to lose, but we have the best receiving core. We're losing the game.
Confident. I mean, I love it, though. I love the confidence.
I'm not that confident, but I'm confident that we have a better receiving core than anyone in the league.
I know. I love it, though.
Tyler Boyd would be a wide receiver 1 on some teams, dude.
Yeah, he would.
And he's our wide receiver 3. He had 1 catch for 23 yards last week.
Yeah, I know. I love it. So, yeah, no, I honestly do. Did you see the thing about the Bills this week with their GM, Brandon Beane, saying that we don't want to have to suck in order to get a player like Jamar Chase, how the Cincinnati Bengals did? Did you see that? And then everyone in the comment section, which obviously made sense when you listen to it back, bro, you guys sucked for years. How the hell did you get Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. Dumb. He's like, well, we don't want to have to suck to get Jamar, and you have to go through basically a rebuild. Bro, you went and got Josh Allen.
You don't need a rebuild. You have Josh Allen. You only need to rebuild when you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you have Josh Allen. He's a fine quarterback. You have the trade value. They need to trade away Diggs anyway. The guy is a literal cancer. So they can rebuild with that.
All right, so this is my last point for the show, and then we'll wrap it up. I was driving here on the way here, and I thought to myself, should the Giants re-sign Saquon Barkley? What are your thoughts? I'll give you mine.
No. The money he's going to command on the open market.
Well, the Giants were willing to give him 12, and he wants 14. So
yeah, the money he's going to command on the open market. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
They could do it with. Think of all the teams we've seen run by committee that have done just fine.
Yeah.
Having a wide receiver or a RB1 is not always the answer. Look at the Cowboys.
Look at the Bills this season, dude. They desperately needed running back.
But they were the number 1 rushing offense in the league.
I know, which makes no sense because they folded.
Because they had run by committee.
Committee, yeah, absolutely. But they need a true number 1 running back. They really.
You think? But they were the number 1 rushing offense in the league. Why do they need one?
Why do they need
more rushing yards?
I understand.
If more than number 1, how do you go up more than number 1?
I understand the statistical part of it, but like just having a true bell cow back can change that offense completely because then you're not so reliant on Josh Allen running the ball. You're not so reliant on Josh Allen compared to where you were this season where it's all about Josh Allen. I mean, they were just so Josh Allen reliant, dude. I mean, obviously Singletary, Cook, and then they traded for Nyheim Hines. But Nyheim Hines and James Cook are not number 1 backs in the league, and neither is Singletary. You need a number 1 back. I know the Cowboys.
I was just saying you don't. That was my point. You do not. You certainly do not.
You need a number 1 back.
I disagree.
Why? Look at the Niners with McCaffrey. He's a number 1 back.
The number 1 offense in the league, the number 1 rushing offense in the league, Buffalo Bills, no number 1 back. The number 1 offense in the league, the Chiefs, or even the Eagles. The Eagles have Miles Sanders, but he's not an superstar running back.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs have Pacheco, who is good.
Well, because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is hurt right now, but he's potentially coming
back. But he was benched before he was hurt.
Well, yes, but I'm saying, it's still.
So they don't have a number 1 back. Why do you need a strong number 1 back? We just named 2 offensives that don't, and they're very good offenses.
I agree, but I think it changes the whole dynamic of the offense. I think it just puts the offense in a completely different perspective, meaning like you're not so reliant on the throw. You can mix it up. You can change it up. You can go from, it just opens the playbook a lot more when you have a number 1 running back. That's what I'm saying, especially for the Bills.
But all the top offenses that I just named didn't have a number 1 running back.
Look where the Bills are. They got sent home.
Yeah, so did all 28 other teams.
Add a Saquon Barkley to that offense, they win the Super Bowl.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Really? If they had a number 1 running back to that offense, the offense completely.
But I've just proved to you that you don't need a number 1 running back to be a good offense.
I disagree.
But you can't disagree.
Yes,
The two number one offenses in the league don't have a superstar running back.
So okay, so fine. Let's dispute your argument here real quick. NFL legend, Hall of Fame coach Bill Parcells said, I think the Bills' offense would completely change if they went out and got a number one running back. You're going to argue with Bill Parcells?
Yeah.
I think you're completely wrong in that statement, bro. I honestly do. I mean, you change.
All right, as the people at home,
changes.
I'm sure, of course it changes. I'm not saying it doesn't change. But to say that you need to spend all your market cap on a fucking running back, this is where it started.
Market cap, not all of it. You can sign him to a 1-year deal.
Why would he sign for a 1-year deal when he'll go to the Carolina Panthers for a 7-year deal with $20 million a year?
Well, I'm just saying it doesn't have to be a long contract. I'm saying.
But he will sign for a long contract.
It doesn't have to be Saquon Barkley. It can be a number one running back caliber. It can be a Miles Sanders. He's a free agent.
Let's not. We're deviating from the conversation.
No, it doesn't have to be Saquon Barkley. It can be a RB1.
You know who's worth the money?
Who
everyone should pay for? Samaje Perine.
No.
Samaje Perine you'll get him for $4 million, and he'll do much more from the offense.
You'll just add Samaje Perine to their running back room. He won't even be a number one.
And he'll be much more worth his value. You don't spend $14 million for a running back one, especially
look what the Niners
when all they do is injured.
Do with McCaffrey.
Yeah, so that's one team.
McCaffrey's McCaffrey, bro.
Yeah, he's very good, and he won't be playing very long.
I'm just saying, that's Zeke. The Cowboys pay him $15 million.
And that was a dumb decision. That's a widely regarded dumb decision. I don't think everyone's seen what happens when you pay somebody $15 million a year. It's gone downhill.
McCaffrey's getting $20 million this year.
See, the Cowboys are a team that has an RB1. Does it work out? No.
Well, Pollard technically was their running back one this year, but Zeke's their bell cow. Yes, I understand. Pollard, he's going to demand a ton of money in the open market.
Yeah.
He's a running back one.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it to spend $14 million on an RB1. It's never worth it. You can make an offense work without an RB1.
Oh, I agree. The Patriots did it all those years with Brady, with James White, and
yeah. So you keep going against yourself. Then you keep telling me offenses that work without an RB1, and then you're telling me you need an RB1.
But the Bills have not been able to complete their destiny, the championship.
We're arguing like 7 different points at once.
I'm just saying the Bills, if they added a running back one, a true RB1, they would be.
But what does this have to do with the Giants paying Saquon?
Because I said if Saquon leaves the Giants, the Bills would be the favorite to land him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think they should pay him, but they might.
So the Giants shouldn't pay him.
I don't think anyone should pay him.
So then where does he go?
He's gonna end up somewhere for way too much money.
The Giants will franchise tag him.
He might sit out.
Dude, players are never sitting out with the franchise tag.
Didn't we see Le'Veon Bell do that with the Steelers?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
We've seen it. He was a top 5 running back in the league at the time.
Yeah, at the time
he sat out.
Was, yeah. He sat out for a few games, yeah.
So you see people do it.
I think it'd be. Yeah, but you sit out.
He's gonna piss. You get Saquon pissed off if you franchise tag him.
Yeah, But
I do not think the Giants. Will they match it? Probably. The Giants aren't a great organization. But I don't think any running back is worth more than $10 million a year. And
all right, fair.
Just because it rarely works out. Of course, when it works out, like McCaffrey is for now, he's staying healthy.
McCaffrey's a once-in-a-lifetime talent, dude. He's a jack of all trades. You can put him anywhere in the offense.
Problem with running backs is McCaffrey might get injured in the first play of the game this next week, and then it's over. All that money down the drain.
Yeah.
If you don't win a ring, that money's going nowhere.
All right, so I see your argument. Obviously, you're saying that you can build an offense around other players instead of just going heavily on an RB1.
A much more injury-prone offense, or a less injury-prone offense if you're not relying on one running back.
Yeah, I like that. I just wish the Bills would be able to. Maybe they're just cursed.
They are. They're certainly cursed.
I think so.
They're certainly cursed.
Well, it was a pleasure as always.
As always, Joe.
Good luck to these guys this weekend.
Hooday!
I'm
Go
rooting
Bengals.
for them this weekend, and that'll do it from us. TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and make sure to hit subscribe on YouTube, the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. Make sure to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. You know where to find us. We'll see you next week.
Bang!